Hello my friends, basic greetings from Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. My name is Fursov, and today July 22nd, 2017, and I'm sitting here just near the St. Volodimir Cathedral in the center of Kiev. And in this nice, very hot day, okay, by the way, it's already afternoon, not so hot, I would like to tell you about honeybees, about honey and beekeeping in Ukraine. So if you are interested, don't switch off and follow my video. And by the way, this video is intended for Americans and for English speaking people who can understand English. And by the way, I also did some small posters to show about honeybees and about beekeeping. And first of all, I would like to show you this, my first poster. Do you like honeybees? Well, you say, I don't know, but I like honey. Some people, most of people, they're afraid of honeybees because they are stinging. And you will be right, because honeybee stings and honeybees, they're stinging. And it's painful and it's very dangerous. But some people who are devoted lovers of honeybees, their names beekeepers, and they enjoy beekeeping. And so some of them, they can be interested to come to Ukraine. But are you interested in Ukrainian beekeeping? What do you know about Ukrainian beekeeping? Probably nothing, I guess so. Probably nothing, because if you are American, if you are English, if you are French, Italian, you are far away from Ukraine. You have never been in Ukraine, and you have no ideas about technique of beekeeping in Ukraine, because this is Ukrainian-speaking society, Russian-speaking society, and very little people speaking English like me who can explain about beekeeping. But if you come to my channel, I'm speaking English, and so I have a lot of different interesting stories about Ukrainian beekeeping. So, and also some explanation about Ukrainian beehives. So what means beehives? Yeah, the place where honeybees live in, beehives. So are you interested to know more about Ukrainian beehives? If no, if you say yes, I want to know more. Yes, if you say yes, I do. So you can find more stories about Ukrainian beehives. So, and you may say, now, are you interested in this beehive? So which kind of beehive? One interest in Ukrainian beehive I'm promoting on my channel. Beehive of Vasily Priatelenko, you can find it on my channel. And this beehive is very interesting, very effective and successful. But what about beekeeping? I'd like to tell you some stories about who is collecting honeybees. You say, honeybees, this is domesticated insect. No, honeybees were not domesticated. Some people in Ukraine, in Ukrainian language, we say domesticated bees. Well, we're not, in translation, it sounds like that. But honeybees were not domesticated. They were always honeybees, and they're always just bees. They're like wild bees because they're stinging. If they would be domesticated, they would not be stinging. And you know, also other insects, wasps were also stinging. Wasp stings. What is the difference? Because the difference is huge, because wasps, they're predators, they're dangerous, but sometimes they're beneficial because they're hunting on dangerous pests of agriculture and forestry. So they can steal your honeybees, they can kill honeybees, but in general they are beneficial because they make beneficial job work just for the nature, because they destroy pest society, community of all these pests around, caterpillars, some grasshoppers, some dangerous beetles. Well, but they can steal your honey from beehives, and they can kill honeybees. But what about honeybees? Yes, they're also stinging. Yes, but they are pollinators, and they are beneficial. They're beneficial because they're pollinating flowers, and so after flowers they become in fruits, they come in with seeds, and these are products for human beings. And this very, very important. But you say, I know bees, they can be different. Yes, they're very different in different continents, in different countries. And by the way, several species of honeybees collecting honey, but some species were also not honeybees, but simply wild bees, because not all bees were making colony like honeybees. Some of them were wild, some of them were solitary, they making very small colony, or they don't make a colony, so they're wild bees. And some of other insects which like honey, which can steal honey, these are wasps. And also bumblebees, they're living even here, just here all around on this grass line. These are bumblebees. And also all around coming some ants. Ants, they're not making honey, but some of these species, they're making something like a honey. They keep honey in their body for storage. This is a special story for some species in America and Africa. But so all these insects, wasps, honeybees, wild bees, bumblebees, ants, they like honey. But what about honeybees? Honeybees were very different, very different. If you don't know, they are living in beehive, which was done and made by Beekeeper, or they can live in a wild place, just in a tree, so just in a hollow tree, so they will be living like a wild bees for many months and even years. If it is, for instance, Texas or Arizona, and it's a hot, no cold winter. In Ukraine and in Russia, in some all other cold countries, honeybees usually do not survive during winter. They need to survive somewhere in a hidden place, usually inside beehives. Inside trees, they usually just dying in a cold tree, in a cold winter. In the tree, they will be definitely dying in Ukraine, because here minus 15, minus 17, 16, that's sometimes winter, and bees do not survive inside tree, which can be wet and not so convenient for survival. So, but what's about honeybees and their community? Community, this is a colony. Inside this colony we have a different honeybees. Why different? Because they're different. They're different. You know, honeybees, they're all females, and worker bees, they're also all females. But the most important female in a honeybee colony, this is a queen, the biggest and most important honeybee queen, which is just making all this colony and laying eggs and producing bees, producing worker bees, which is very important because they're making this colony and they're feeding queen, they're feeding other larvae which are just growing, and the larvae becoming pupae and then adults, and they're becoming new young honeybees. So the colony starts from the beginning, from the queen, drones, and a small group of worker bees. And of course I said about drones. Drones, they're males. They are males in a honeybee colony. They're coming for a short period in the summertime just for mating with the new coming queens. Yes, the colony of honeybees has a very difficult for studying behavior, so very special behavior, because colonies must survive all together. All together, this is colony working all together like a community. The honeybees were working to survive all together. The honeybees, the worker bees, queen and drones together to make a new generation after making young queens and drones. New mated queens appear, which will come out of the first nest. Sometimes they're coming just out of a beehive with a big group of worker bees. This name is for this group is a swarm. So honeybees, they like to swarm to make new colonies, and the name of these colonies swarms. So this is a new maybe terminology, new name for you, swarm. Just a big group of a colony coming from the colony of honeybees. And here I have just a list of some interesting names, and these names with honeybee products, what they are producing, which is very useful and important for humans And for beekeepers, they're collecting everything, all this stuff from beehive. They just take it from the colony of honeybees. Usually honeybees producing it for themselves, but beekeeper takes it for us to sell it and just to use it. Well, of course, this is a honey, and honey is collected not only for beekeeper. Honey is collected for, especially for honeybees, because honeybees, they must eat honey. Usually they're collecting nectar from flowers and they're just doing honey inside beehive. So honey, this is not a product of a beekeeper, this is a product of honeybees. The product which is produced inside the bodies of honeybees and inside cells of honeycombs, special honeycombs which are done from wax. This is a special substance, yellow substance, so it's becoming brown wax, and it's produced also by honeybees, wax. And then it's done honeycomb and nectar, okay, and sugar. No sugar must be in a honey. Sugar can be, this is like a feeding substance for honeybees, because if you are making syrup, the honeybees will be very suspicious. This is not a nectar, but they do enjoy it. They enjoy it. They like it. They like honey. They like honey and they like sugar liquid. They like syrup. They will eat it, but they will digest it and they will transform sugar into the honey. Also, this is possible, but sugar can be given to the beehive only additionally, hopefully, for feeding honeybees in a difficult time when they're not collecting honey, sometimes in a cold spring. But if it's always given to honeybees, only sugar, so this will be just honey done from the fed sugar. So they feed in sugar and sugar is transformed into honey. So this honey will have not so many vitamins and not so good substances, and of course this will be not so beneficial for humans. So some beekeepers do it, but take honey from trustworthy beekeeper, whom you trust. If you are trustworthy beekeeper, so people like you. And okay, then other substance, this is a pollen and pollen bread and royal jelly. Pollen is collected by honeybees from flowers, and they're making special. They also eat it and they also glue it inside cells of a honeycomb, and they're making pollen bread, bee bread, for feeding the larvae of honeybees. So this bee bread also very useful. It has a lot of very beneficial substances, and then when it's collected by beekeeper and sold in the market, buy it and you will enjoy it definitely, because it's very beneficial substance for your health, not only for larvae of honeybees, but also for humans. Yes, it's really very beneficial and useful to make your health good. And royal jelly is done by working bees, and it's special substance for growing of queen. Extremely beneficial substance. If you never heard about it, check it in internet about royal jelly, or ask your beekeeper whom you know, or at least ask it in a shop. Royal jelly can be done in different ways. It can be mixed with alcohol, with ethanol. It can be mixed with honey. It can be dried, or it can be frozen inside a freezer, and it can be sold in different ways. So try to find convenient ways to get royal jelly and to use it. At least if you try frozen royal jelly, that's really quite useful. And in Ukraine, all these substances are produced. I also didn't write here some others. So this is a dead bodies of honeybees, and also this is a special extraction from the bodies of a larvae of a honeybees, and also extraction from a larvae of a wax caterpillars, wax moth. So several special others. Very propolis also very important. This is a special glue collected, special oil collected, resin touch, well, to be sure, collected by honeybees to make special places in a bee nest. Propolis. All these products very beneficial and can be bought and can be found in Ukraine, and it's collected in Ukrainian technology of Ukrainian beekeeping. Well, so that's a short story about, I hope so, not very long, about Ukrainian beekeeping, about beekeeping products. So if you're coming to Ukraine as a tourist or as a professional specialist, expert, so let's taste and let's enjoy Ukrainian honey. Ukrainian honey is really delicious. Yes, we have really delicious tasty Ukrainian honey. And together with my friend, we will participate this year in Apimondia Beekeeping Congress, very nice, important international beekeeping congress in Turkish Republic in September, October 2017. So we will present really delicious, really nice Ukrainian honey. So definitely, if you come to Ukraine, you will enjoy Ukrainian honey. It's really delicious. So I hope we will present our Ukrainian honey in Apimondia with a great honor, and hopes for some award as well. And if you are interested also in Ukrainian beekeeping system and in Ukrainian beehive, so what about this beehive, Ukrainian beehive? You can come to Ukraine, you can come to our beekeeping farm, to our apiary. We will show it for you. If you're in America or in any other country of the world, welcome to our apiary. We will be very pleased to show our system, and you will be really surprised by many advantages, many useful advantages of our beekeeping system and our Ukrainian beehive. And you want to buy it, we will sell it for you. So ask it in email, on YouTube, on Facebook, so you can find my contacts in internet. And of course, if you use Skype, welcome to use Skype. This is my Skype, so you are welcome. Or you can use also my email. This is my email. So welcome to Ukraine, or welcome to communicate on any system what is useful for you. And don't forget, subscribe to my channel, press likes, write your comments, and looking forward to see you as my subscriber, and looking forward to meet you in Ukraine. Why not? Good luck and see you soon. Either you are beekeeper, or you are biologist, or you are just tourist. Welcome to Ukraine, and welcome to know more about Ukrainian beekeeping, and welcome to know more about Ukraine. And ask your question on email and on Skype. Good luck and see you soon on my channel. And if you like to study English as well, so you can ask any question on my Skype and email. We can communicate and we can study English all together. Good luck. See you soon. Best greetings from Ukraine. Good luck.